Alright guys, welcome back. What you're looking at here is a custom made front bumper with lights for a crawler kit, and this happens to be the Redcat Racing short course truck blackout edition, brushless. There are two different versions. If you decide to get one of these, I highly recommend you do. If you like to go fast, go ahead and get the brushless, because if you're going to get all the parts separately, it's going to cost you well over $300 just to upgrade the standard one. So that being said, I got this crawler light kit here, and that came from a crawler kit, obviously, in Redcat Racing. I'll see if I can find it and provide a link. I did have to custom make those little mounts that you see there, the little silver screws. But the whole reason why I made it in the first place is because there's a design flaw. Well, I'm going to say it was mostly my fault. I smacked into like an 8x8 post, wood post, doing probably better than 25 miles an hour. So they designed this thing, this is the original front bumper, to be very rigid. And as you can see right there, there's just not much flexibility in this design at all. And they do offer spares, except I think when I was checking in on the spares, they were sold out. So I'm guessing this is a fairly common problem. So I went ahead and made my own out of some scrap plastic I happen to have. That's about the same thickness, roughly. Here's a little example of it here. What's left of it's originally red, just like you see here. It's about the same thickness depending on where it's at, but this plastic here is very, very brittle. And let me show you what I got here. So that's kind of what it looks like with just the lights on. I don't know, not that I ever plan on driving it in the dark, but I wanted to make it look like a desert racer. I'll show you the bumper here. Alright, so here's the top view of the bumper. Granted, this is just scrap, and heat forming it did cause some bowing. If you look down the edge from like here all the way back there, you see a little curve to it, but no big deal. If you look at Redcat Racing, this is the original part down here. They did design it to take some sort of impact, but they didn't design it or incorporate it down there. And that's the downside. And I'd rather not destroy the chassis, I'd rather destroy the bumper, so I designed it so it's a little more forgiving before it hits this upper piece up here. So I'm hoping that a little more flexibility will be more forgiving. And then let me turn it upside down here, get rid of the battery, and brighten it up a little bit here. And just basically put a relief cut in here. You can make it as big as you want. That obviously the bigger the hole you got here, the more flexible it's going to be on this joint and on this joint here, down here. Sorry, it's hard to look through the camera at the same time. That's just a scrap piece of plastic I've just put to good use. It's probably, just looking at it, it's probably about 3 millimeters thick. You can probably order that on Amazon, some ABS 3 millimeter plastic, or maybe you got a piece somewhere laying around, the equivalent. But there you go, it's too easy, and I think it's going to work out better than the factory original, even if you're just looking at putting some lights on.